Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I am Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Lou, Seth, Guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
What's up?
I'm doing well.
Doing well, man. Hey, I just want to take a second and thank all of our YouTube guys who are commenting and stuff. I really appreciate reading some of those comments. They're fun. They're good feedback. Keep them coming. And I noticed like half of our audience is not subscribed to our channel. It would really actually help us out if you slap that subscribe button. So slap that subscribe button.
Yeah.
There
That's
you
all I
go.
gotta say.
Are they actually nice comments?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah, nice
they're really
comments.
Oh, okay.
encouraging.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Oh,
All right,
Most
so
of them are
today,
troll.
yeah,
Anyways.
no, we deal with the trolls easily. It's not a
Yeah.
big deal. Uh, Today we're talking about the Patina Maduro Rustic. It's a Robusto 5x52. Comes out of the Noxa factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper, binder, and filler are all undisclosed. Blended by Mo Molly.
Mexican senators.
Price
Sorry, I had
point's
something in
ten
my throat
dollars
there.
and 95 cents, and the cigar was released in April of 2020. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with the cigar?
I like the cigar. I know um, I'm going to be the sole person that likes this, but I thought it was good. It was really peppery in the beginning, and then that pepperiness really stayed within the whole cigar. But it also had like some nice creamy breadiness to it. Um, so it had enough like that sweetness and softness, creaminess of that kind of a range of flavors to kind of offset those peppery flavors. And I like that combination. When you retrohale it, it's downright, it's a hit to the nasal area because it's so damn peppery. But again, also with enough softness to kind of complement that. So I think, we'll talk about this a little later, or I'll bring this up a little later. But I think the move to the Naxa factory has really showed that it was a good move for most stuff, and I certainly enjoyed this one.
All right, Seth, what were your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I thought the cigar started out lovely. It was cream, pepper, dry earth, some nuts, little bread qualities. Kind of went downhill slowly into the second and then into the final third. But I mean, it wasn't a bad cigar. It was a solid Maduro, undisclosed. But overall, I think the blend was missing some components that could have helped it out. I just think it was kind of lacking. Came a little one dimensional. John, you used a great analogy. What was it in the private chat to describe the cigar? So it's not bad. It has a good start. Just kind of goes downhill in the second, final third.
All right, John, your turn. What's your thoughts?
Mexican senators. Sorry, something in my throat there. No, I'm
You
pretty sure this
confident
is.
of that, John?
Yeah, I'm reasonably confident because it's a toothy wrapper, the color, the thickness.
Mm.
It smokes like a Mexican San Andreas. And I think it's a good wrapper. And I think that I get a sense of what he was going for here, and I agree with pretty much everyone who's gone before me that the first third was quite, I would say, elegant is the word I would use. The spice, the bread, the baking spices, the cedar, really, really well balanced, like really good, really approachable. And that's the kind of cigar you want to blend if you want to bring in a really wide audience of customers. I just think, like Seth was saying, in the second third, that complexity fell off a little too quickly. Um, it started, the second third kind of started out with some of that, and then just kind of, it was like someone flipped a switch and the complexity just fell right off. And like Seth was saying, it's not unpleasant. It's just, we're scoring against a multitude of cigars that are in the marketplace. And so there's a lot of offerings out there. And this is a fine offering, and I think this is going to be a very successful offering for them. There's a lot of components in here that are really, really good. The construction is great. The place at which the profile is and the medium strength, medium body is exactly where you want to be. It just didn't kind of get that level of complexity that I was looking for that would really get me that interested. But I would smoke it again. So, Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as Seth and John. I mean, the first third was nice. I enjoyed it. But in the second third, like a dry earth note kind of came in and just kind of like put a bit of a damper on things and just was average the rest of the way. I think if you're a fan of like wood and earth dominance, this would be a good cigar for you. But it was just a little too much in regards to those components for me to be something I'd want to sit down with for a while. But um, if that first start could last longer, it'd be a good cigar. It just didn't happen that way. And the burn was perfect on my cigar, but I just felt like it burned really fast. It was just like almost like the cigar was just smoking on its own.
So I agree with that. I clocked, and I'm a pretty damn slow smoker. I clocked an hour and 33 minutes, and that's pretty fast for me for Robusto. I normally go 145 plus.
Yeah, so I think it was just quick, but I mean the wrapper on the cigar is beautiful, man. It was super toothy, like it just and it was so thick, like you could see the seams pretty easily. Not that they were not they were raised or anything, but just how thick the wrapper was. It was nice to look at for sure.
It's dead sexy to look at.
Yep. All right, so let's get into the scores. Start at the top with Jiunn at 6.72. Seth was next at 6.10. I gave it a 5.95, and John gave it a 5.80. So Jiunn had that 6.72 matchup for you.
I showed well. I like the cigar. I love to smoke more of it. $10 or near $11 for basically what, like Robusto extra-ish. Yeah. Not Robusto extra, but like a fatter Robusto.
Yeah.
That's kind of high. But I think every time I score a cigar that's overall good, with the $11 price point, that still to me is worth it. That I'll pick up. So.
All right, Seth, 6.10.
Yeah, it's pretty good. $10 chump change, man. Throw them out.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, listen, I smoke them again. I don't think I'd go. I'd like to see it, let it sit for a little while. I don't think it's going to do much, but I'd like to see a little bit more complexity. Of course, you're not going to get that now, but not a bad cigar. I tell people about it. Whoever said, good for him on leaving Mombacho, I'll second that motion. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely.
It's better than what he was making on Mombacho. This is kind of better than some of the stuff Saka's making at Noxa.
Oh,
shots fired!
Shots fired!
I was gonna bring that up. Anyway,
so my 5.95 matches up well to the above average flavor profile. Really good construction on it. It's just right on that verge of whether I would say I would smoke it again or not smoke it again. But some of that just dry earth just was a little bit too much for me. All right, John, 5.80.
Yeah, I think I'm in line with Aaron. The difference is probably I had a slightly snug draw, and that's, I think, what brought the score down a little bit. But, I mean, I would try this again. It's the price point is whatever. $10 is $10. I could care at this point. But, I'd like to, I mean, there is a different Vitola.
You're making me sound so fucking cheap.
Yeah, $10,
$10,
man, whatever.
No.
I mean, I'm drinking like $30 of whiskey right now. Who cares? Who cares? It's just money. Can't take it with us. There is a different size. There's the
sedation.
Now it's a bigger ring gauge, which is not usually my jam, but I'd be kind of curious to see how this thing plays out in the larger ring gauge to see if what happens with the flavor profiles. So yeah.
All right, and then our final thoughts from you guys on this cigar.
So agreed. Moving out of Casa Favilli into Nexa is a good move, right? I feel like his cigars have wider range in flavor profile
I think that's a fair assessment.
Because I do like some Mombacho, don't get me wrong, but Mombacho has a very distinct profile within like all of the cigars. For me, it's pretty mineral heavy, right?
Or construction.
Yeah. And then
got poor construction out of that factory too. Everything that they make burns terribly too.
Yeah.
That's not really been my experience. Just to defend the factory a little bit, which I've visited like 4 times. But I agree with Jiunn that like many factories, there's a flavor fingerprint, and I think that's probably true of every factory. But I think Jiunn hit the nail on the head. I think that this opens up the world of tobacco to a much broader range of tobaccos that are available for Mo to work with. So, yeah.
What about? So here's a question I'm not sure about this, but knowing that Saka also makes some of his stuff out of Naxa, what cigars does Saka make? Does he use Mexican San Andreas first of all?
Well, we can't say that this is Mexican San Andreas.
That's true. It's undisclosed.
That's true.
It's
undisclosed.
But
since we don't know enough about tobacco to speak to it.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say this is probably Connecticut shake. Never mind. But
that's Connecticut shake.
It was a dark Ecuadorian Connecticut.
Yeah, right.
But I was going to say within the cigar, though, it reminded me a lot of that Saga profile. that Sokka does, especially within his like
Toasty.
tamale,
Yep.
that toasty, peppery, earthy stuff.
Mhm.
So if chances are not a lot of people heard of Patina, right? And also chances are you're gonna know Sokka way more than someone like Mo that's behind Patina. But if you like Sokka's overall flavor profile, for a lot of the stuff that he does, I think you should give this one a shot. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by it.
So can we
Sounds-
say that if you like Sokka stuff out of Noxa and you want something that's not as popular but a
And
little bit
cheaper.
better,
I think
buy the
cheaper as
Patina
well.
stuff.
And cheap, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheaper.
No, seriously.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. If you just catch this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Also check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.